Jake, our excitement is at a peak. We're checking out your baby, Dragon Age 2. We're checking out the demo.
Oh, I love Dragon Age, Mike. I love Dragon Age. I love it.
I know, man. It's your thing. It's your thing. And a lot of people say they have things. It's embarrassing, if you ask me, comparing it to your love for Dragon Age is like, it's like a magical whisper in your ear that's just like, hey, Jake,
You love Dragon Age.
everything you do has to do with me now.
Yes. Yes.
So you've played through this thing what, like 9,000 times?
100,000 times.
100,000 times.
I hold the record for playing through this demo more than anyone.
All right. Well, what are we gonna play through the demo as?
We're gonna take a look at male rogue.
What about female rogue?
Well, there's also female rogue, but we're gonna do male rogue.
Okay.
Everyone wants to see the man in action. They want to see the man.
I want to see Ethan Hawke. That's his name, right? Ethan Hawke?
I think it's Garrett now. Shut up and let people hear this. I said shut up, Mike. Look at the ambiance, Mike.
Jake, shut up.
Oh, an EA production.
This is an EA game?
EA. Look at what we have.
Alright, so for people that don't know Dragon Age, is this guy, he ever been in any other games? Is he brand new?
I think he's brand new.
Okay.
Haven't seen him in a game. Maybe he was in a book or some shit.
Gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentecost.
Man, this game looks so
Seeker
much
of the
better.
Chantry.
It does, yeah. They really did a better job with the characters'
And just,
faces,
What are
especially.
you seeking?
I felt like the old characters kind of
champion.
still, like, you know how in Fallout everyone looks
Which
like that you
one?
made him in a character creator?
Yeah.
Kind of got that from the first Dragon Age a little.
Yeah, there were only a few characters that seemed to have anything really going on with them. Oh, she stabbed the book.
But you thought it was his cock.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
Now, this kind of
Start at the
sets up the
beginning.
basic concept behind Dragon Age 2's story, the frame narrative. It's told by that character that you saw, the dwarf there, Varric. He tells the story of the champion of Kirkwall. That's me, Mike.
Who?
Garrett Hawke.
Oh, Ethan Hawke.
Garrett Hawke.
No, it's strange that they named the character Ethan Hawke because, as you know, Ethan Hawke's a famous actor. So you'd think they'd just choose a different name.
Yeah, you'd think they would, but they didn't. They went with Ethan Hawke, and I think the game is better for it. So there I am.
This is such a better looking game, dude.
I know.
Like, it's surprising.
Look at that dark spawn. Take that dark spawn.
So now that's your sister, right?
That's your sis
And
right
from
there.
what I understand, if you play a girl, it's your brother.
Yes, your bro would be there.
Okay.
Your broham. So now we're going to take a look at really the biggest change to Dragon Age is the combat.
Well,
Combat-
just right here, even already, it looks
Yeah.
faster.
It's much faster.
We'll do some fighting.
Yes.
Ooh, check that. I mean, even watching your sister, it looks like, oh, dude. You're doing, like, fucking things.
Yeah, and
Do that thing again where you get spun like a disc.
what happens is, in this game, every button is an attack. So every time I'm pressing the A button, I'm playing it on the 360 right now, my character will not only attack someone, but they will actually charge towards them and start the attack. So no longer will your characters kind of shamble around enemies like this to finally start their attack.
Yeah.
They'll actually
now,
attack.
You're a rogue, right?
Yes.
Back in the first game, I wanted to be a rogue, but I found the backstabbing was kind of a nuisance. How does that work now?
Well, backstabbing is different in this. Let's bring an enemy here. It's actually one of my powers now. It's my X power. Oh.
We can't keep this up forever.
Ooh. Now we have a look at the new conversation wheel real quick
Then we
here.
fight.
So this is kind of taken from Mass Effect, but it has a little bit of a different flavor to it because Dragon Age is not based on good or bad choices necessarily. It's always based on shades of gray choices.
Right, what you think is right.
What you think is right. So right here, this is the nice answer to your sister. She's gonna kill some Darkspawn. Or something
Then
like
we
that.
fight, Jake.
Then we fight.
Jake, then we
We'll take the bastards down with us.
Obviously, that was a big error because he didn't say
Deal with
what
them.
it said.
Well, it's not an error. So now I can tell my sister to attack, or I can attack.
Do you know the difference?
Yeah, she'll blow them up with magic, or I'll slice them in half.
Oh, okay.
I will slice them in half.
So it's purely just for show.
Yeah, I think it's just cosmetic, just fun choice. Now, right now, this is the part of the story being told by Varric.
Hey, do a backstab, Jake.
Yeah. So you just
Oh,
immediately
interesting.
appear behind the enemy and do critical damage. Yep. It's perfect for positioning. You also have an awesome power to get enemies to leave you alone. You just backflip away.
Oh, interesting.
You have a
Oh,
power
and you do
to
like throw down a smoke bomb or something?
Yep.
Because it all
You
looks
have-
dazed.
Yep, you have a power to throw down a bomb and stun a bunch of enemies. What's this one? Oh, this is one where you kind of lunge at someone.
Oh, wow.
And
And they
sometimes they blow
explode
up.
into blood.
A lot of enemies blow up in this now.
Oh, so now you right there, you froze it. So there's still an element to the old stuff where like you freeze it and you target guys and
Yep.
you can set things up like you want to. Can you take control of your sister? Because look like she's about to die.
Right now, no.
Okay.
Not in this part of the demo. But once you get your full party, you're able to take control of whoever you want, cycle through them. But yeah, the menu is still here, healing, telling characters where to move to, as well as just pulling up their powers.
Uh-huh.
We'll go ahead and set up some explosive strike on this enemy.
Oh, it's because you strike him and he just explodes.
Yeah.
Now this part of the game, like obviously you're super badass and you're fighting a million guys. This isn't how the whole game is, right? This is kind of like a fun little trick because Varric is essentially trying to tell a story and embellish a little bit.
Yeah, he's making you, the champion of Kirkwall, out to be a pretty badass dude. And you get to have a lot of fun with what your rogue may one day be like in this little fight here, using a lot of the rogue powers.
Now, rogues are also the archers in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you dictate whether you wanted to be an archer?
Well,
'Cause it looks like by default you have the two blades.
yes, in this demo, there comes a point where you can choose to switch to a bow archer.
Okay, and do you know how it works in the real game by any chance?
No clue. But I'm assuming in the real game you would actually just kind of save from the get-go what you want to be.
Right.
But it's also possible that they just start you with one basic rogue skill and, you very early just pick up the bow.
Now, in a giant group of guys, is it hard to decide who you're attacking?
Not really. You can always stop and kind of be like, okay, I'm
Because
on
I don't see a
him,
specific
or-
cue on like a guy has a glowing aura around them or anything like.
It's these two swords above the character's heads.
Okay, cool.
That's how
That's
you
how
know
you know.
who you're targeting. So there I'll be
Gotcha.
going after the ogre, there I'm going after him. So I'll kill him real quick. Oh, big ogre. Big ogre. You
And now I see
just
you're-
leap past the ogre and I chop that.
Now, do you have mana? Because I see your charge. All your attacks are on like a cooldown. Now, is there any other thing dictating you using those other than your cooldown, or is it just like go to town?
At the bottom left of the screen, you can see my red bar is my health bar, and my yellow bar is my stamina. When you're not a magic caster, you have stamina. And essentially, in the demo, you have infinite stamina in this moment.
Okay. But in general, so essentially you do still have mana.
Yes.
Now, is it a bullet times type thing where it recharges as you kill guys, or is it a traditional RPG style, like use a stamina potion and you get it back?
That's a little bit of both. Some characters have the ability to generate stamina in combat.
Now, characters meaning classes or specific characters?
Yeah.
Like it's a fun little thing that only they can do.
No, different classes, depending on what you can do. I think the assassin will let you generate stamina based on the enemies you kill, and some pieces of armor would give you stamina regeneration in the last one. In this, I haven't seen too much about it, because you don't get too far into the game. And there you get to kill an ogre. Just like Alistair would have.
Who's Alistair, Jake?
Shut up, Mike.
My
Character
bad.
from the last game, so you shut up.
Just answer my fucking
There's no
question.
end to them.
I did.
Yeah.
I did answer your fucking question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, big man. You're a big man when you got the control in your hand.
You don't want to act like a big man. You don't want to act
Maybe it's because I'm a big man. Maybe it's because I got thick muscles.
Now we get to see a dragon.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Uh-oh, Mike.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in legends. I came to hear the truth.
Now, do we know who this chick is?
What makes you think?
Or are we supposed to find that out as the game?
Her name's Cassandra, I believe, and from what I understand, she works for the Chantry. The Chantry is
They're the magic dudes, right?
No, they're the priests. And they work with the Templars, who essentially contain magicians.
Oh, okay.
And shit like that. So I think she is, you know,
And you need
the Chantry and Templars and magicians, I think, get into it in this, and you know, there's some sort of war will probably break out between Templars and wizards or some shit. Who knows?
Sounds gay, bro.
You're gay, bro.
Justify it.
No need.
Ah, interesting tactic.
Now we can see an interesting thing that they get to do in this game is, and I'm not sure how this is gonna, you know, come into the full version of the game, but you're now essentially going through the actual story as it really happened.
So that was the embellished, fancy version. And she's like, come on.
Yeah, come on, you piece of shit. Tell me the real story, fucko.
Okay.
Now, that's going to be really interesting to see in the full game how it's going to affect it, if that's going to happen multiple times, or if there are going to be huge sections where you're super powered, you know? I'm not really sure. I kind of doubt that they're going to do it a lot.
Right.
But they may have some cool moments. Now, unfortunately, you can't really do much here in the beginning. This is the demo, so they don't really let you edit anything, so we're just going to move on. Just move on.
The Blight have been unleashed on Ferelda.
We need to watch this stuff.
Darkspawn.
We want to get to the action.
Might want to get to the action. I think it was cool for people to see some of it, but at this point...
Yeah, let's just get to the action.
You can see him running from the Darkspawn. There's your mother. Come on, Mum. Hey, Mum. We got Darkspawn here. Hello. There's your sister burning
She's
him up.
got a sweet pair of tits on her, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's got nice tits.
This is back in the day when you can do stuff with your sister, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And people are like, I mean, maybe it's not like don't marry her, don't have a baby, but fuck her a little.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, good for this game.
As long as you pull out, like, incest is whatever in the
Oh, you have to pull out?
Well, that's one of those moral choices where it's like it's bad either way.
Oh, so that's what you meant when you were talking about Shades of Grey.
Shades of Grey, that's right.
Oh, I'm back on board.
Back into the conversation wheel here. I'm going to tell her we're wasting
time. Well, now,
time.
each one has a little icon in the middle. Is that what's going on?
This is like the olive branch. It looks like a peaceful
answer.
It's
to let you know that, like, hey, you're reading these words and maybe,
here's the intent.
Yeah, here's what you're supposed to be. So, but some of them, like, what's the mask mean? That doesn't necessarily cut and dry.
This one's a smiley mask. From what I understand, that means kind of playful sarcasm, a little like you're not taking it too seriously. Let's hear what he says.
At least we're alive. That's no small feat.
Now,
You're right.
Ethan Hawke looks a lot like you, Jake.
Yes, they
Please
modeled.
discuss.
They modeled the character after me because of how much I like Dragon Age. Enough talking, brother.
You two insane.
Oh, so did you interrupt him?
We stand
No.
Oh, okay.
Please, listen to
But
your
yeah, he
brother.
does look like me, Mike. That's true. He actually looks exactly like me. And some people are like, well, he looks cooler. Actually, no, he doesn't. We look exactly the same.
Yeah, how strange.
So now we're in what the game will play like through the rest of the game. This dead refugee right here will let me switch to a bow
Okay.
if I would like, but I will not like.
Nice, bro.
Moving
Get
on.
it? Nice, bro. Like a bow.
Very cool. So yeah, you start with a basic rogue talent, which is evade. So I bet that's the way it works in the main game. You're gonna go to that character, you can pick up a bow if you want, because you start with a rogue talent that anyone's going to use.
Yeah.
So stab these guys up. Now,
really quick, you were behind him. Is that anything, or is the positioning completely gone?
positioning is important when you're flanking someone. The person behind, especially, does more damage. As
Okay,
they're
so
attacking.
it does still.
Get
There's
more crits.
still there's a role to positioning yourself.
Now, what you can still do, you can pull up the menu, switch between your teammates. Here's my brother. I could make him do his mighty blow on that guy.
Sounds hot.
Yep, and here's my sister. She just used her
Oh, I wish
fireball.
she had mighty blow, huh?
All right. And she can use fireball, but unfortunately she just recently used it, so I can't tell her to do that. Then back to me.
What about your dumb mom?
We're fighting. My mother is useless. Oh, you mean in the game? She's not very good.
No, I'm talking about your mother.
Okay. Yes, she's useless.
Oh, okay. Dude, you're looking at a black screen. Why aren't you watching part 2? Jake.
What, bro?
Tell him to watch part 2.
Watch part 2, bro.
Alright. You heard us.
You heard it.
Ah, burn.